Imagine for a moment that your brain is not fixed, not limited, but alive with possibility. Every thought, every action, every choice you make shapes it. The truth is, no matter your age, you can unlock hidden power within your brain, and it begins with understanding that the brain is adaptable. It can change, it can rewire, it can grow stronger even in your later years. Science calls this neuroplasticity, but in simple terms, it means your brain is never finished. It's always capable of renewal. Think about the power of daily habits. Something as simple as getting outside in the morning, letting natural sunlight hit your eyes, tells your brain it's time to be alert, awake, and energized. That light anchors your internal clock, improves sleep quality at night, and boosts focus during the day. This is one of the most powerful, free tools available to everyone, and yet so many overlook it. Morning sunlight is one of the most powerful yet overlooked tools for unlocking the hidden potential of your brain. When you step outside shortly after waking and allow natural light, not through a window, but real sunlight, to enter your eyes, you are sending a signal to your brain that it is time to be awake, alert, and engaged with the world. The cells in your eyes contain specialized receptors that are directly connected to the part of your brain responsible for regulating your circadian rhythm, the internal clock that dictates your sleep, wake cycle, energy levels, and even hormone balance. This simple act of exposing yourself to natural light sets off a cascade of benefits that ripple throughout your entire day. When your circadian rhythm is properly aligned, you feel more energized in the morning, your focus sharpens, and your body knows when to prepare for rest at night. This isn't just about waking up, it's about setting the tone for mental clarity and emotional stability. People who make morning sunlight a daily habit often report better moods, lower levels of stress, and a greater sense of motivation. That's because light exposure triggers the release of cortisol in healthy amounts, providing you with the natural boost you need to start your day without relying heavily on stimulants like caffeine. Later in the evening, your body begins producing melatonin at the right time, allowing you to fall asleep more easily and enjoy deeper, more restorative rest. Sleep and wakefulness are tightly linked to cognitive performance, and by anchoring them with morning light, you are directly supporting your brain's capacity to function at its best. For older adults especially, this practice is transformative. As we age, circadian rhythms often become weaker or disrupted, leading to fragmented sleep, early waking, or fatigue throughout the day. Morning sunlight helps reset that system, reinforcing the natural cycle that the brain craves for optimal functioning. Just 10 to 20 minutes outdoors in the morning without sunglasses can be enough to create a powerful impact. Even on cloudy days, the natural brightness of the sky far exceeds the intensity of indoor lighting, which is why being outside is essential. The benefits extend beyond sleep and energy. Exposure to morning light also influences neurotransmitters such as serotonin, which contributes to feelings of well-being and emotional balance. With consistent practice, this daily habit can reduce the risk of mood disorders, sharpen memory, and enhance overall cognitive resilience. In other words, by simply stepping outside and letting the light reach your eyes, you are strengthening the foundation of brain health. Morning sunlight is not a complicated biohack or expensive therapy. It is a natural, accessible gift that anyone can incorporate into their lifestyle. It is a reminder that the brain thrives on rhythm, and rhythm begins with light. Each day you step outside to greet the morning sun, you are not just waking up. You are aligning your brain, energizing your body, and unlocking hidden reserves of clarity and vitality that will carry you through the day. Light daily exercise is one of the most reliable and sustainable ways to keep your brain sharp, energized, and resilient throughout life. Many people think exercise has to be extreme or exhausting to be effective, but the truth is that consistent, gentle movement can create profound changes in both your body and your mind. When you move, even through something as simple as walking, stretching, or performing light resistance work with your own body weight, you are stimulating blood flow and delivering oxygen and vital nutrients to the brain. This nourishment fuels your neurons, strengthens their connections, and promotes the growth of new ones. The brain is not a static organ. It responds to what you do every day, and movement is one of its favorite signals to adapt and grow stronger. Each time you engage in light exercise, your brain releases chemicals such as brain-derived neurotrophic factor, often called fertilizer for the brain. This remarkable compound encourages neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to rewire, learn, and stay adaptable. For older adults, this is especially important. While aging naturally brings changes in memory, focus, and speed of thought, regular movement slows this process and even reverses some of the decline. It helps you retain clarity, sharpness, and confidence in daily life. The simple rhythm of a daily walk can protect your memory in ways no pill ever could. Exercise is also a powerful regulator of mood and energy. Gentle movement triggers the release of endorphins and serotonin, which not only reduce stress but also lift your sense of well-being. This is why people who move regularly often describe feeling more optimistic, more capable, and more alive. The body and mind are not separate. What strengthens one will strengthen the other. When your body feels flexible, balanced, and stable, your brain mirrors that sense of vitality with clearer thinking and more creativity. The beauty of light exercise is its accessibility. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. A walk around your neighborhood, climbing stairs at home, or practicing balance movements in your living room all count. For those who may face mobility challenges, even chair-based exercises or gentle stretching can stimulate the same brain-boosting benefits. Consistency matters far more than intensity. Just 15 to 30 minutes a day of intentional movement creates a rhythm your brain will thrive on. Beyond the chemistry and biology, there's a deeper layer. Light exercise reinforces the message that you are still capable of growth, still capable of progress, no matter your age. Each step, each stretch, each breath of exertion becomes a declaration that your brain and body are connected and that you are choosing vitality. Over time, this consistency builds not only physical resilience, but also mental discipline and confidence. Light daily exercise is a form of nourishment, a gift to your brain. It keeps your mind flexible, your memory strong, and your emotions balanced. By committing to simple daily movement, you are telling your brain and body to keep adapting, to keep thriving, and to keep unlocking the hidden potential that lies within you at every stage of life. Whole food nutrition is the foundation upon which the health of both body and brain is built, and yet it is one of the most misunderstood and neglected aspects of daily living. Food is often seen only as calories, something to satisfy hunger or provide energy, but the reality is that every bite you take carries instructions for your brain. Each meal has the potential to either fuel clarity, focus, and memory, or to cloud your thoughts, drain your energy, and accelerate decline. Your brain is a living, hungry organ that demands constant nourishment, and the quality of that nourishment determines how well it functions as you age. The brain itself is made largely of fat and water, and it thrives on specific nutrients, omega-3 fatty acids, for example, which are found in fish, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds, form the structural foundation of brain cells, helping neurons communicate efficiently. Without these healthy fats, the membranes of your brain cells become less flexible, less able to transmit signals, and over time this can impair memory and mood. On the other hand, when you regularly consume foods rich in omega-3s, you are literally reinforcing the architecture of your brain, ensuring it stays strong and resilient. Think of these foods as building blocks that keep your brain's network sharp and adaptable. Vegetables and fruits provide another crucial layer of support. They are packed with antioxidants, natural compounds that protect your brain cells from oxidative stress and inflammation. Inflammation in the brain is often linked to problems with memory, focus, and even mood disorders. When you choose colorful produce, deep greens like spinach and kale, bright oranges like carrots and sweet potatoes, rich purples like blueberries and blackberries, you are arming your brain with a shield against this damage. The vitamins and minerals in these foods do more than support general health. They regulate the chemistry of your nervous system and influence the production of neurotransmitters those tiny messengers that carry signals between brain cells. Whole grains, legumes, and fiber-rich foods provide a steady supply of glucose, the brain's primary fuel. Unlike refined sugars, which spike and crash your energy, complex carbohydrates release energy slowly and consistently, preventing the fatigue and mental fog that come from blood sugar swings. When your brain receives stable fuel, you are able to focus longer, think more clearly, and avoid the irritability that comes with unstable energy. This is why balanced meals, built around whole food sources rather than processed snacks, are so essential for older adults who may already struggle with fluctuating energy levels. Protein plays a vital role as well. Foods like beans, lentils, eggs, lean meats, and dairy provide amino acids, the raw materials your body uses to create neurotransmitters such as dopamine and serotonin. These chemicals are directly responsible for motivation, pleasure, and emotional balance. A diet lacking in adequate protein often shows up not just in weaker muscles, but in low mood, difficulty concentrating, and even sleep problems. By ensuring you get enough high-quality protein throughout the day, you are feeding your brain the ingredients it needs to stay balanced and alert. Hydration is another often overlooked aspect of nutrition. Your brain is about 70% water, and even slight dehydration can impair focus, memory, and decision-making. Many older adults confuse thirst with hunger or simply forget to drink enough water, leading to fatigue and irritability that they may wrongly attribute to aging itself. Drinking sufficient water, along with hydrating foods like cucumbers, oranges, and melons, keeps the brain's electrical system running smoothly. It's a simple, inexpensive step that can instantly sharpen mental performance. Just as important as what you add to your diet is what you reduce. Processed foods, refined sugars, and excessive unhealthy fats create inflammation and oxidative stress that wear down brain cells over time. Highly processed snacks, sugary drinks, and fried foods may provide quick pleasure but leave a trail of damage in their wake. For older adults who may already be more vulnerable to cognitive decline, minimizing these foods is essential. Instead, replacing them with whole, unprocessed alternatives can lead to noticeable improvements in mood, focus, and memory within weeks. Beyond the physical chemistry, food also shapes your mental and emotional relationship with life. Cooking meals at home, choosing fresh ingredients, and eating mindfully can transform eating from a rushed necessity into an act of self-care. Sharing meals with others adds a social dimension, further supporting brain health by combining the benefits of nutrition with the stimulation of human connection. These rituals create a sense of rhythm and purpose around eating, reminding you that nourishment is not just about survival, it's about thriving. The beauty of whole food nutrition is its accessibility. You don't need complicated supplements or restrictive diets to unlock your brain's potential. You need variety, balance, and consistency. A plate filled with lean protein, colorful vegetables, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates is more than just food. It is a message to your brain: stay strong, stay clear, stay adaptable. Every day you make these choices, you reinforce the foundation of resilience that carries into how you think, how you feel, and how you age. For older adults, embracing whole food nutrition is one of the most empowering decisions possible. It sends a signal that growth and health are not behind you but still ahead. Every fresh salad, every nourishing soup, every handful of nuts or berries is a step toward preserving your independence, your memory, and your vitality. Over time, these choices build up into something far greater than the sum of their parts. They become the fuel for a life of clarity, strength, and purpose. Ultimately, whole food nutrition is not about dieting or deprivation. It's about abundance, the abundance of nutrients that nature has already prepared for you, waiting in every whole fruit, every leafy green, every wholesome grain. It's about aligning with what your brain truly craves to function at its best. By consistently choosing foods that fuel rather than fog your mind, you are not only protecting your cognitive health, but unlocking the hidden power that lies within your brain at any age. Quality sleep is one of the most underestimated pillars of brain health. yet it is absolutely essential for unlocking the hidden power of your mind. Sleep is not just about rest or shutting down. It is an active process during which your brain restores, repairs, and reorganizes itself. Every night while you lie quietly in bed, your brain is working tirelessly to clear away waste, consolidate memories, and prepare your body and mind for the challenges of the next day. Without enough quality sleep, your brain becomes foggy, your mood becomes unstable, and your ability to focus, learn, and remember declines dramatically. During deep sleep, your brain engages in a process of housekeeping, flushing out toxins that accumulate while you are awake. One of the most remarkable discoveries in neuroscience is that the brain has a system, called the glymphatic system, that becomes highly active during sleep, washing away waste products that, if left unchecked, are linked to cognitive decline and neurodegenerative conditions. This cleansing process cannot be replicated by diet, exercise, or even medication. It only happens when you allow yourself to truly rest. By giving your brain enough time in deep sleep, you are protecting your memory, your clarity, and your long-term vitality. Sleep is also the time when memories are solidified, the things you learn during the day, the experiences you have, the conversations you hold. They are all fragile until you sleep. It is during the night that your brain strengthens those connections, moving information from short-term storage to long-term memory. Without quality sleep, those details slip away, leaving you feeling forgetful or scattered. For older adults especially, protecting memory is one of the most pressing concerns, and prioritizing sleep is one of the most powerful ways to guard against decline. Beyond memory, sleep directly influences your mood and emotional resilience. When you are sleep deprived, even small challenges can feel overwhelming. Irritability rises, patience decreases, and anxiety often takes hold. With quality sleep, however, your brain balances the chemicals that regulate emotion, leaving you more optimistic, calm, and motivated. This emotional stability feeds directly into a positive mindset, which in turn fuels healthier choices and more consistent habits throughout the day. Good sleep also supports physical repair. During the night, your body releases growth hormone, repairing tissues, strengthening muscles, and even boosting your immune system. This physical restoration is closely tied to brain health, because a strong body provides the energy and stability your brain depends on to function well. Creating the conditions for quality sleep is not about luck, it is about intentional choices. Going to bed at a consistent time, keeping your room cool and dark, avoiding bright screens before bedtime, and limiting caffeine later in the day are simple yet powerful steps that make deep, restorative rest possible. These habits send a signal to your brain that it is safe to relax, that it is time to shift into the state where true healing and growth occur. Quality sleep is not wasted time. It is the most productive investment you can make for your brain. Each night of deep, restorative rest gives you sharper focus, better memory, stronger emotional balance, and the resilience to face each day with clarity and purpose. By protecting your sleep, you are not slowing down. You are unlocking the very energy and power that allow your brain to thrive at every stage of life. A positive mindset is one of the most transformative forces for unlocking the hidden power of your brain. The way you think about yourself, your challenges, and your future has a direct and measurable effect on the wiring of your brain. Every thought creates or strengthens neural pathways, and over time, these pathways become the default routes your brain takes. When you choose thoughts of gratitude, resilience, and optimism, you are quite literally shaping your brain to handle stress better, to learn more effectively, and to remain open to growth at any age. What's remarkable is that the brain does not distinguish between imagined experiences and real ones in the way we might think. When you visualize success, when you affirm your ability to adapt, or when you focus on what you are thankful for, your brain responds by reinforcing those circuits. Over time, positivity is not just an idea. It becomes a habit embedded in the very structure of your mind. This is why cultivating gratitude, even for small things like a conversation, a meal, or a walk in the fresh air, builds resilience that shows up when life's larger challenges arrive. For older adults, this mindset is especially powerful. Aging often brings transitions, retirement, changes in health, or shifts in family dynamics that can feel overwhelming. A positive mindset does not mean ignoring difficulties, but rather meeting them with curiosity and confidence that growth is still possible. Science shows that people who maintain optimism and purpose live longer, healthier lives, with reduced risks of depression, cognitive decline, and even chronic disease. The brain, nourished by positivity, produces more dopamine and serotonin, chemicals that elevate mood and sharpen focus, creating a self-free, enforcing cycle of strength. A positive mindset also encourages you to embrace novelty and continue learning. When you believe you can grow, you are far more likely to try new activities, meet new people, or explore new ideas. Each of these choices stimulates neuroplasticity, keeping your brain flexible and strong. In contrast, negative thinking closes doors, discourages effort, and weakens the circuits of adaptability. By simply choosing to reframe challenges as opportunities, you invite your brain to remain active and alive. It's important to remember that positivity is not just for you. It radiates outward. When you approach others with kindness, encouragement, and hope, you inspire the same in them. Social bonds deepen, conversations become more meaningful, and your environment transforms into a source of support rather than stress. This feedback loop between your inner mindset and your outer world is one of the most powerful tools for keeping your brain vibrant. A positive mindset is not about pretending everything is perfect. It is about believing that growth, healing, and opportunity remain possible no matter your age. Each day you choose gratitude, optimism, and resilience, you are strengthening your brain's ability to thrive. You are reminding yourself that the hidden power within you is not behind you. It is right here, waiting to be unlocked by the way you choose to think today. Purposeful living and social connection are like oxygen for the brain, essential, life-giving, and deeply transformative. When you wake each day with a sense of purpose, no matter how simple or grand, you give your brain a reason to stay sharp, to keep learning, and to continue adapting. Purpose tells your nervous system that your presence matters, that your choices have meaning, and that life still holds opportunities worth pursuing. For older adults especially, this sense of direction can be the difference between decline and vitality. It shifts the brain from simply existing to actively engaging with the world. Purpose fuels motivation at the deepest level. It might come from caring for family, volunteering, creating something new, or even nurturing your own health so you can be present for others. Whatever form it takes, purpose stimulates areas of the brain associated with reward and drive, encouraging you to take action. Those actions, whether they are walking daily, learning a new skill, or connecting with others, enforce neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to grow and adapt. A life without purpose can feel stagnant, but when you know your why, even the smallest tasks carry significance, and your brain responds by staying alert and engaged. Alongside purpose, human connection plays a profound role in brain health. Social interaction is not merely pleasant, it is essential. Conversations, laughter, and shared experiences stimulate multiple regions of the brain simultaneously, from language centers to emotional regulation circuits. When you spend time with others, your brain produces oxytocin and dopamine, chemicals that strengthen bonds and elevate mood. This emotional nourishment helps buffer against stress, loneliness, and cognitive decline. In fact, research consistently shows that people who maintain strong social ties age more gracefully, both mentally and physically. Connection also challenges your brain in ways solitude cannot. Engaging in dialogue forces you to listen, to recall, to adapt, and to express exercises that strengthen memory, attention, and problem solving. Even disagreements, when approached with respect, sharpen critical thinking and expand perspective. Simply put, relationships are workouts for the brain, and the more you nurture them, the more resilient your mind becomes. Purposeful living and connection intertwine beautifully. When you live with purpose, you often seek out others to share it with, and when you connect deeply, your sense of purpose grows stronger. Together, they create a cycle of vitality that energizes the brain, protects emotional health, and enriches life with meaning. Whether through family, friendships, community groups, or creative endeavors, The simple act of living with intention and staying connected unlocks hidden reserves of strength and clarity within the brain. At any age, but especially in later years, embracing purpose and connection is a declaration that life is still unfolding, still offering growth, still inviting you to thrive. When you choose to live with meaning and to bond with others, you are not only preserving your brain, you are expanding its power, keeping it alive with possibility.